Okay, so I just found out that in November we're doing a fitness challenge for, I guess, best transformation. I honestly didn't read much into it other than the fact that there was two prizes. There's a $1,000 prize and a $500 prize. And you best believe we're going to do our best to win that prize. I don't know what the I'll learn more about the qualifications as we go, but it's only October 17th right now, so I am ramping up to be in shape, to be in the right state for the whole month of November. And so I'm gonna start tracking my food, tracking my measurements, tracking all my data. So when I did my first, when I really started understanding what it took to change and do a body recomp, was when I really started tracking data, metrics, and food, because I was under eating. I wasn't eating enough protein. I wasn't eating enough food in general, and I know that sounds crazy to some because they're like, oh, I'm overeating. You might be overeating just the wrong stuff. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know everything, because I don't. That's why I hired a coach. So I don't want to be a fitness coach. I just want to get into badass shape, so that I can do what I do best, which is marketing, branding, speaking, all of that stuff. That's my goal with fitness, is to be able to do what I do best at a high level and be in the best shape possible to be able to do that. So I use fitness as a way to make sure that stuff happens. Anyways, point being, starting in November, I'm going to take you guys through what it looks like to compete in a fitness challenge. I had a friend that recently did this with some of his work colleagues. They did I think it was like a 90-day transformation or something like that. Either way, they tracked all the metrics, tracked all the body fat percentage, and then they based it off of best transformation, because obviously everybody has different metrics and different body types and different things like that. So I need to look at a little bit more onto how the qualifications for this one work, but ultimately we're gonna compete for some money and a badass looking body. So I think it's the best of both worlds. When it comes to incentives, I love incentives. I love things that just give you that one little push to do something. I've learned that over time that I'm definitely incentive driven. So whether it's like a trip or an experience or cash, prizes, that's where I will bring out because I get to compete, and I think that's the number one thing, is the fact that I get to compete with other people. This is on. It's because I get to compete, and so the simple fact of competition brings out the best in me, and I love it. So all that to say, we're gonna start getting into, I'm not actually going super hard in the month of October, just simply because I have 90 other things that I need to be doing that take most of my energy and most of my focus. But I am going to make sure that I'm in the gym every day, except for Sundays or whatever day that I choose to take off. I always take off one day, and whether I come to the gym or don't go to the gym, that's to be determined based on how I feel. And if I need to just sleep all day, then I'll sleep all day. But if I need to do active recovery, then I'll do active recovery. But all that to say, this is going to be a fun month in November. I actually wasn't really planning on ramping up anything fitness-wise until January, because I decided that I actually did a reflection on the past year, and wow, I'm not even rolling out. I did a reflection on the past year of my transformation. That's pretty. And I was actually just like blown away, because I went from like, I think it was like 35% body fat, 35 or 34% body fat, to 18.4% body fat at the lowest. And now I've gained a little bit of that back due to some health challenges and things like that, and just like not being in the gym and not being able to be in the gym. I've had a few trips to the hospital, which have just been mind-blowing in and of itself. But all that to say, the transformation from 34% body fat to 18.4% body fat was actually a really enjoyable process, because I saw progress the whole time, and I started seeing the daily, like, I started seeing the compound effect of what happens when you actually just make daily decisions, food-wise and exercise-wise. And I had never been taught how to do progressive overload training. And so after being taught how to do that, and having a coach that's like, some weeks kick my butt and some weeks would be like, you know what, like, you like, just the most graceful training experience, coaching experience I think I've ever experienced, was the compassionate side of a coach that I actually wasn't really expecting, but it was exactly what I needed to break some of the beliefs that I had about fitness. Like, I've always had on seasons and off seasons in my life because I played sports, and I believed that that was inconsistent work. And so when I took that same pattern kept happening in my in my workout routines, where I would be super consistent for a couple months, and then I would just like literally not want to do anything for like 2 months or like a month, and I would just be like, why does this keep happening? And I think it was like one conversation, she pointed out, she's like, what if that was like, what if that form of consistency was your, or that pattern was your consistency? What if you just operated like you had seasons, like you do have on seasons, off seasons, rest seasons, seasons to push really hard, seasons to take a break? Like, what if that was your cadence and it works for you? And she was like, if it works for you, then don't change it. And I was like, you know what? It totally like blew my mind. And I was like, you know what? I've placed so much judgment on the fact that I was inconsistent, because in my brain I'm like the most consistent person ever. And so like it was an identity shift to be able to say like, my seasons of being in the gym, like on it nutrition wise, just absolutely like dialed in. And then I have seasons where I'm like a little bit more intuitive, a little bit less dialed in. Like, I'm not tracking my food, I'm not tracking every single workout. And for that to be okay, and for that to be part of the journey, because the best part of this whole process is there's no end game. Like, being fit is a byproduct of work done repeatedly over a long period of time. And so your goal, your prize is a fit body, and your goal and your prize is the ability to move and to not be limited by your own doings. And so I think it's a really cool process to be able to learn how to do fitness and nutrition that works for you instead of against you, and it serves you in the seasons that it serves you, and you're allowed to change in seasons that it needs to flex. And so, all that to be said, today is arm day. I'm finally back in my home gym, and I am feeling great. As far as I'm feeling as good as I can be for having been gone for like 2 weeks, and still got workouts in that whole time. Like, traveling and working out is definitely an experience, and you're out of your routine and you're out of your element and you're out of all of these things, but still being able to do your routines and stuff is important. So I made sure of that. Didn't hit it as hard as I normally do, so that's fine. But now we're gonna get the pull-ups going. I gotta get back to my like peak pull-up by the end of this month so that I could do a bunch of pull-ups at the end of this month, which I want to break my record of 11. So I gotta get back into training my pull-ups in a specific way, and I have all the equipment here to be able to do that, so that'll be sweet. But yeah, this is the precursor to the vlog that I will be doing, taking you guys along with me in the process of possibly winning. And I say possibly because like there's so many other challengers that are going to be doing this challenge with me, and I'm equally as excited for somebody to change their body and compete against me in this challenge. But I want to win, so we're gonna do whatever it takes to win, and we'll figure out the qualifications and all that stuff more towards November. But all that to be said, I am going to start my workout for today. We have actually hikes. We have, I'm pretty sure it's just a pull-up day. October challenge. Push and pull up, upper body and core. So we got so basically what's pretty cool with this app is there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 different options for workouts. So there's like 7 different programs that you can like choose to do. While I was traveling, I was doing the one called, it's like the quickie workouts, because I didn't have a lot of time, and so I was limited by time and equipment, and so I just chose to do the quickie workouts. So you super intentional on the exercises, but it's not nearly as many exercises as would be as like the gym workout. So in November, I'll probably be doing the gym / the elite programs. I'll probably do the elite for upper body and the gym for lower body, honestly, because I gotta work on my form for my lower body. But today I think I'm gonna do still the quickie workout for the upper body. So we have pull-ups, leg raises, cable rows, shoulder presses, bench press, lat pull downs, and a few other exercises. But my arms are gonna be sore, which will be a good thing. So we're gonna go crush this workout. I will see you guys in November for, stay tuned for November when I actually start the transformation challenge. So that'll be coming up. You can stay tuned here for that, and I will put all of those details I'll obviously have all of the specs or the qualifications for that ready to go by then. And yeah, I'm gonna go finish this workout. Peace out, guys. See you in November. Stay tuned.